He twisted to and fro and nearly fell off his stool. "Those fish are tough, really tough. But sometimes you cast out." He reeled in again, actually reeled in. And for just a moment, I almost forgot it was all illusion. Once more, the imaginary line sailed toward the heads of the other customers, whose blank oblivion said more about the hour of the morning than any disinterest in Billy's story. You get a bite, and it's kind of like, His shoulders drooped. He jiggled the line with a slack wrist. "He's on, you know. Grabbed it big time. But there's just no zing." He grimaced and nodded. "Hatchery fish." Julie, the Coffee Nook's proprietress, asked Audrey what she would like. I realized with a jolt that Audrey seemed to be staring across the room at me. She saw that I noticed and quickly murmured something to Julie, then hurriedly walked out of the Nook. Julie shrugged. I sipped my black coffee. It's a shame, but I struggle with both caffeine and lactose. I'm determined to give up neither. If I ever have to give up alcohol, I'll start smoking, or doing drugs, or indulging in weird sex acts. If I can't have a vice, I just don't want to live. Billy continued. They don't quite have that survival instinct, you know. He sighed and wagged his head slowly side to side. Just can't really make it out there. And that's the problem with our kids. They're hatchery fish. Aha! He'd managed to pull the allegory back to his favorite subject. Billy's boys were in college, taking a jumble of courses, with no clear career path in sight. Most of their friends were in the same boat. I grimaced, even though I hit the big 3-0 this year, and consider myself long finished with higher education. I'm not convinced that I won't be tossed in with these shiftless souls Billy seems to know so much about. My job situation alone might drop me into the loser bin. But they'll figure it out, Billy added. He nodded jerkily, as if to convince himself, then ran his hands through his hair, making it stand straight off his head. Billy always looks like he just woke up after a 2-week bender. He's so not the 3-piece suit type that his choice of profession almost awes me. But then I've changed professions so many times that sometimes I think I should tack MISC after my name. Jane Kelly, miscellaneous. I asked Julie, "Do you know who that woman was? The one dressed like Audrey Hepburn?" She shook her head. "Never seen her before. She didn't want anything." I decided to forget about her. If I started thinking people were watching me, I would become as paranoid as the rest of the world. I turned to Billy and said with conviction, "My brother's a hatchery fish." "Booth? Yup." I hoped this deflection would take the light off me, since I definitely preferred the idea of being a wild coho to a hatchery fish. Billy considered. "Booth's all right." I snorted. My twin was a source of irritation to me. Path of least resistance, that was Booth. Christened Richard Booth Kelly, Jr., after my shiftless deadbeat father. Mom, in a moment of belated clarity, decided she couldn't have her children be Dick and Jane, and so Booth became Booth. "Hey, the guy's got a job," Billy remarked. Yes, Booth was part of the Portland Police Department. I, on the other hand, felt like a poser. I pointed out dampeningly. The LAPD breathed a sigh of relief when he left. "Nah," Billy smiled and clapped me on the shoulder. He loves it when I'm grumpy. My brother did choose a career path, while I've seesawed around the whole issue for years. But Booth's reasons are so wily that I can't trust anything he does. During his stint in L.A., I'm sure he spent most of his time patrolling the area around the University of Southern California and hitting